Hello, hello, and welcome. It's our last week. It's day 15, and here we are. Mm. Thank you so much for making the time and taking the time to take care of yourself, to take the steps on this wellness journey. And so this week is going to be a synthesis. It's a review of what we have done and integrating, embodying what we've learned into our life. Simple steps. And as you've experienced, all of it is simple. The simplicity of it all is how we make progress. Small, simple, easy action items, easy steps that will help us take even better care of ourselves. So, yes, I'm so glad that we can be here. And let us begin with centering breaths. So, if you're not comfortable, make yourself as comfortable as possible. Adjust yourself in your seat, adjust your seat, adjust any cushions or pillows that you may have. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose and slowly exhale out of parted lips. Inhale and exhale. And one more time. Nice in breath and out breath. So we've covered a lot. Breath work, starting point, and all of the different ways it can help us with our mobility and help our overall wellness. Hydration, that our bodies are predominantly water, and drinking water throughout your day, whether that actually be water or an herbal tea or water with some fruit slices or some herbs, are nice ways to help you to stay hydrated. And you'll notice when you're hydrated, it affects many things. You feel more focused. You don't have headaches. You can think more clearly. And when you're well hydrated, you also see it in your skin, in your face, in your hands. Your skin is the largest organ, and it will give you feedback on what you're doing and what it needs. So we also talked about nutrition, that foods that are rich and high in water, fruits, when you bite into something, all the juices, when you have a fresh, ripe fruit, the juices just run down your hands. You know what I'm talking about. Oranges, apples, peaches. Yes, exactly. So right now, I think it's the stone fruit are in season. So the ones that have pits inside. So that would be peaches, nectarines, plums. I don't know what other ones, but those are some examples, right? Watermelon, yes, that's an obvious one. Water's already in the name, but there's so much water in that. You slice it, there's just watermelon juices everywhere. So those are ways to increase your water intake. But when we talked about the water section, I asked you all to just pay attention to how much water you drink. And the reminder, the World Health Organization says for women, 8 to 11 glasses of water per day. And that is a starting point or a reference point to notice, are you meeting the mark, yes or no? And if you are in that range, how do you feel? All of the things are always going to be, how does it make your body feel? Everybody is unique, everybody is special. And 8 glasses for one body might be too much for another body or too little for another body. Get what I mean? Yep. And so the food also talked about soups, broths. Yes, it's warm right now, so you might not want to have something hot. But have you ever had something cool? A gazpacho? Do you know what that is? I mean, it's a cold soup. but a broth. You could do things like that. Smoothies and shakes are other ways to get more hydration in and also to help you stay cool. So this week I know there's heat warnings across the country, so we have to take care of ourselves and that is a way. So we did a lot of different breath work. Let's move on to our chest and belly breathing right now. So again, make yourself comfortable. Feel free to close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. You are noticing the quality of your breathing now. As you inhale, as you exhale, where do you feel the breath moving in your body? Is your top hand moving? Is the bottom hand moving? Well, the way that I've explained it in our sessions, no right or wrong. We are simply paying attention. And as you continue to breathe in and breathe out, allow yourself to relax. Allow yourself to be comfortable with your breath in your body. And as you become more relaxed, you will notice that the breath will move down from the chest into the belly because you're becoming more relaxed. It will begin to lengthen without any extra effort, without forcing anything. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then resume comfortable breathing. So we talked about nutrition, that certain foods cause inflammation. Inflammation is the body's response to an injury, physical injury, and then also response to certain foods. That foods are inflammatory. So namely animal products, meats, and we talked specifically about processed foods and deli meats, and then grilled foods. And so I know people are sensitive and really enjoy certain foods, but if inflammation is something that you experience, it's a chance for you to notice your habits first. That's the starting point. Change begins by noticing, seeing what you're doing. And then you can say, you can have a little bit less. That's already a change. I'm not saying you don't have to have it. And again, overall, you get to decide what you want to do based on what you've learned, what's important to you, right? You can decrease the amount of meat that you eat, choose different types, if possible, organic, grass fed, free range, all of those things. Add a little other things, add some variety so that if you're eating red meat, having some poultry, having some fish, having some seafood, having some rotation so that you have some variety. And the important is adding the vegetables and the fruits so that you can increase your fiber intake. The more fiber you have from vegetables and fruits in their most natural form, is going to help because fiber is where the phytonutrients are, antioxidants that will help to counter inflammation. Okay, so we talked briefly about it, but thinking about greens, leafy greens, colorful vegetables, fruit. So the foods that are highest in antioxidants are berries, blueberries, but think color. The more color that you can have in your vegetables and fruits, the more nutrients you have. Okay. And the most impactful, I think, were the mobility routines. So let's go through a routine right now, head to toe. So we're starting lengthening the spine. You're sitting tall, breathing comfortably, chin tucks down, and it lifts up. If it feels good, you can look up. Chin goes down. We lift up all the while we're breathing, and the spine is long. Once more, chin comes down, then lifts up comfortably, coming to center, Allow your ear to come towards your shoulder. Lifting up, ear to the opposite shoulder. Noticing how you feel. Is there a difference in the movement? Ear to shoulder. You can close your eyes with this. Any tightness, any tension. So we're not forcing the movement. Allow the body to move naturally where it wants to go. And lift yourself up. Coming center, and we're turning our head to the side. Coming center and turning our head to the side. Gentle. We're not forcing ourselves. Allow the head to move where it goes naturally. Anytime you need to take a break, please do. We're coming to center. You can tuck your chin to chest and gently rock or sway. Light and easy. So we're always starting small movement and then gradually increasing our range of motion. Finding comfortable breathing for yourself. And then bring your head to center, lift yourself up. Notice how you feel. Now moving to the shoulders. Do you need some hydration? We have it here. So reminder, just a little sip. So what you can notice, your palate, your mouth. So when you're talking, since I'm talking a lot, I can feel, my mouth gets dry. So that's an indication for me to remind me, let's have a drink of water. Or actually, I'm drinking ginger turmeric herbal tea. So if you like herbal teas, try them. Shoulders, that's what we're going to do. Exactly. Lift them up and let them fall. Lift them up and let them fall. Once more, lifting them up and let them fall. And now circle the shoulders. Range of motion that is available to you. Comfortable without any strain, without any discomfort. And change the direction of your circles, please. Yes, you can smile. One more. Yes. So when we're saying the chin glide, because it's so good and it also helps us to laugh, let's do the chin glide. Realign your posture. If you're not up tall and still seated tall, reposition yourself. And then we are gliding the chin forward, gliding the chin back as far as your body allows you to go, gliding forward. Double, triple chin. And since it's so good, we will do 3 more, coming forward to where your body allows you to go. And you might notice, like, I feel tight even in here when I do that. Coming back. Once more. And coming back. Excellent. Moving into our hands, wiggling our fingers. Can take the hands together and stretching out the hands, stretching out the fingers. Last 2. Last set here. And options, you can interlace and then you can circle. Or have the hands separate and circle. We're circling in one direction. So you might still continue to feel and hear pops and crackles. The question again always is, how does this feel for you? If you've been circling one direction, circling the opposite direction might be weird in the beginning, like, and then, gets a little smoother. Okay, a little more of a stretch, just one side. You can go here, taking the palm face up, then using your hands, fingers, taking or creating as much of a push as you need, again, without straining yourself. Breathing comfortably in and out. Once more, take a deep breath in and out, release. Might want to give a little shake. And then other side. Ooh, you might notice, ooh, I'm tight on this side. Wow. Maybe both sides feel the same. Maybe you feel equally tight. Notice how you feel. And these are simple stretches that you can do. So you don't have to do a full half-hour routine, but you can do a few stretches. The whole intention behind all of these sessions is that you might get one thing that really can make a difference. Maybe it's this, where you do this throughout your day. Maybe you do this throughout your day. Maybe you take different pieces, and because you're more conscious and aware of how your body feels, you notice, oh, I'm a little bit tight. Oh, let me roll up my shoulders, right? Hands and wrists, chest and back. So we're going to move in to our modified cat and cow. You can place your hands onto your thighs. If you have an armrest, you can rest your arms on the armrest. Any variation. Chest comes out. You can look up slightly. And then as you exhale, you're rounding. Chin comes to chest. Shoulders round. You can tuck your tailbone. You are linking and syncing your breath with your movement. Let's do one more. And coming to center. Now the hips, I'm placing my hands, and you can rock your hips side to side, or you can think of here, leaning your rib cage from side to side, ribs, right? The ribs. The ribs are connected to the hip bone. Well, not directly, but when you move your ribs, the movement will also move the hip bones because our whole body is interconnected. So you're leaning, you're leaning, you're leaning. And since we're here, we're doing a little combination of other things. Front, side, back, side. We're linking these 4 points together to create body circles where your body allows you to go comfortably. Yes, good. I'm glad that it feels good. It should feel good. And if it doesn't feel good, maybe you ease back. You don't need to go to your most extreme range of motion. And then come forward and gently begin moving in the opposite direction. Nice, comfortable, round, easy, and do I dare say effortless? It's just, body's flowing. Wow. Man, it feels good to feel good, huh? Last two, last one, and come to center. Notice how you feel. So we did a little bit of movement, breathing. Do you need to make a counter pose? Go ahead. Do you need some hydration? Do you need to pet your doggy? Mm-hmm. Do what you need to do. Now, if you're seated in a certain way, you need to reposition your legs. Go ahead and do that too. Reposition pillows. Okay. Grounding breaths. Let's do 3. Inhale in the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Inhale. Exhale, releasing. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now that we've moved around, we're going to move a little more deeply with our shoulder circles, swimming because it's warm, leading with our pinky fingers. So small circles moving back, small circles moving back. If you have space, you can make the circles bigger. Feel the stretch. Feel the stretch. And if you're doing this, how high can you reach your arm, and then how far back without straining yourself? How high can you reach the arm, and how far back without straining? Let's do one more. And I'm emphasizing going backwards because this is called external rotation, this way, so that the shoulders go out, as opposed to this is internal rotation, tech neck. So we are becoming more and more conscious if we're in this position. Okay, goalpost arms, repositioning. Arms are here. This is so that you can see. This is for the shoulder internal, external rotation. So where hands come down and they come up, coming down and coming up. As the spine stays long and as you breathe in and breathe out comfortably. Once more down, once more up, and then we're going opposite. Opposite hand to knee. How does this feel for you? Gentle rotation. So one stays up, and if you want, you can wrap the fingers around. And we're starting to deepen our twist. And now we will deepen the twists. So just so happens that I have this pillow here in the couch, and I can take this hand and wrap it around my knee to give myself some stabilization. I can hold on, I can anchor myself, and then I can breathe into the twist. And then notice how it feels. Is your spine long? If not, adjust yourself. One more deep breath in and release. We're going to unwind and come in the opposite direction. So we come here, find that position. Do you see what I did? I roll that shoulder back so that I could open. Spine is long and breathing in and out. Making any adjustments that you need for yourself so that you feel good. And if both sides are even, that's wonderful. They might not be, and that's also wonderful because it gives us the opportunity to notice and to adjust. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And release. Moving into side stretches. Here, 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 here. Different ways, but allowing your body to roll to the side. So if you're sitting in a chair and then you have space, you actually have space to move. Here I'm on the couch, so the couch is actually hindering some of my movement, but still, I'm going to go this way. So I'm placing my hands on the couch and I'm letting my hand slide along the couch, which allows me to control my side stretch. And then I breathe into the stretch. And I use my core and I lift my body back up, come to center, and then I'm sliding opposite direction, coming into a stretch. I'm looking forward, keeping the spine long. See that? So from here, I'm no longer in alignment with the spine. So that's a correction that I'm going to work on to keep myself aligned. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Lift yourself up. So we're going to go through variations. So variations could be here, side stretch, I'm holding to the side. This is deepening the stretch in my neck. If this feels good for you, excellent. So do what you do on one side, remember to do it on the other side so that we're as even as we can be. And you're breathing in and you're breathing out. Let's do that again, lifting up. So if you would like to take this deeper, you can. So your fingertips, fingers, your whole arm, what you need for your body so that it feels good, so that you're not straining anything. Yes, feel free to close your eyes and just relax into the stretch. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, lifting yourself up, changing sides, starting tall and then allowing the body to move into the variation of the stretch that feels good for you. I'm trying to be looking forward. Again, you can close the eyes. Allow gravity to work to your advantage by pulling the body down. Notice your connection points with your chair. Are you still connected with the chair with both butt cheeks? If one is rising up, reposition so they're both in contact. One more deep breath in, deep breath out, releasing, coming to center. Good. And then let's continue with the cat, with the cow, arching and rounding. And then we are going to finish with one other breathing exercise. So as you see and notice, this is a synthesis of our journey, bringing many of the things that we've done together as a review. We're going to do the do, 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 do box breath, 4-4-4. And I will guide you through it. Sitting comfortably, hands can be on your thighs, in your lap, or wherever is comfortable. And feel free to close the eyes. We're going to inhale 4, hold, exhale out of the mouth, and hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. One more time. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. And then resume your comfortable breathing. What do you need now? Do you need some water? Do you need to move your body around? So that was a quick review and summary of things that we did. Next session, we'll review a little bit more. We're blending everything together. And then we're going to specifically talk about creating a routine. Your simple 5 to 15-minute routine that integrates pieces of this. So we'll already begin talking about it. Maybe the routine begins with waking up in the morning and drinking some water. It's a great starting point, and that's easy. Maybe you leave water right by on your nightstand so that you wake up, reach for the water, and drink a little bit. Another option could be for those of you that drink coffee during your coffee time, that you enjoy your coffee and then have a little bit of water with it. It doesn't have to be a humongous. I have this huge mason jar and I use this so that I can track the amount of water that I'm drinking, but it doesn't have to be a huge amount. A little cup, it could be a small amount of water. But that small amount is more than what you've been doing before, right? And another thing that you can easily add into your routine is in your meals, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, along with your snacks, that's the perfect opportunity to add a vegetable or a fruit. And so you'll see the simplicity of it all. An already existing routine, and then you add one more piece onto it. Wake up in the morning, water. You have to wake up in the morning, right? And we're grateful every day that we do get to wake up and then, let me hydrate myself. And for those of you that have your morning ritual drinking coffee, whoever misses their coffee? Right? Yes. Someone saying it's like never miss coffee. I can't start my day without coffee. Exactly. So that's so deeply ingrained in your life, in your routine, that when you add some water to that routine, it's already there. So you know that you're going to drink coffee without fail and then have some water with it. And your meals. You know that you will eat a meal. Not everyone eats breakfast, exactly, but a lunch or a dinner or a snack. Those are 3 opportunities to add one fruit or a vegetable. So something to consider. All right, we have one more session together. I look forward to a little bit more time with you, and I wish you all the best for the rest of your day, and see you next time. Thank you.